Welcome back to Peterson Auto. Today we've got an MSD distributor here, and we're going to figure out how to lock it out. And by figure out, I mean I kind of know how these work. We're going to figure it out. So you got two clips here to take the cap off. You pop the cap off, okay? That's the easy part. Then in here you see a rotor. There's two Phillips screws in there. Those need to come out, so we're going to get those out real quick. Okay. So now we can take these screws out. I want to hold everything, and this is going to be a little awkward for me. Probably should have a better workspace. Either way. There we go. Loosen one. Loosen two. We can hop this out. Now if you look, this is your advance mechanism. If you rotate it, see how they spread apart? It's a centrifugal advanced. Fortunately, we don't need or want a centrifugal advance, so there's a lockout procedure for these. Alright, so we do have to remove these two screws. They're Allen heads down in here to get this black plastic cap off. Cap extender or whatever you want to call it. Pardon if the view's not the greatest, I kind of got to see what I'm doing here. There we go. Now we got those off. Down under here there's a little lock nut. Right there. See it? So that is what does your advance. So right now there's a blue bushing in it, which according to the instructions says it's a 21 degree advanced. As you can see, apparently that's 21 degrees of advance. So we gotta lock that out somehow. It does not have lockout instructions here. Okay, so a little bit of internet research showed me what I need to do here. So we need to take these springs off first. Most likely involve me launching them across the shop here, to be honest with you. So, enjoy my pain. I need a better set of pliers. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is remove these springs. There you go. There's one. And this little tiny bushingy weight thing, just take those off. Put them aside. It's the most finicky thing to do, and try to show you what we're doing. There we go. So that's off. Bushing moves aside. These weights can come off now. Where'd you go? There we go. Keep all the parts in the same spot. Okay, so those weights come off. Now if you take a look, that there's 11/32. We have a 3/8 here somewhere. We're going to loosen that one up quick. Hopefully it'll work. Oh, nope. Okay, so I'm going to probably need an adjustable, because I can't find an 11/32 wrench offhand. That should do. There we go. Take our eventually get the screw off. Wow. Nut. It's not a screw, it's a nut. It's a lock nut too. It takes a bit. We're going to get this advance nut off. Hopefully you can see that. If not, well, too bad. It's a little washer, and pull out our advanced bushing. Okay? Now, need to rotate this piece 180 degrees. Now you can see that hole right there, the little hole. We want to get the stud into that hole. So how do you rotate this? Well, you got to pop this gear out. You got to pop the gear off, the drive gear. So there's a roll pin there. You want to probably put it in a vise or something for this, rags, and knock it out. Don't destroy it, you know, obviously. So put some rags on it, make sure it's good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and get that punched out, and then I'm going to pop this up and I'll show you that, but I'm not going to show you punching that out. Alright, turns out the Windsor's a slight bit different. You don't need to take out that roll pin, you need to take out this roll pin, which allows your shaft to move, as you can see. So that's how it was. You can see it can move. So you take it, turn it 180, and put it back in. So just to give you another show, there, 180, back in. Now it can't move. So we're going to push the whole assembly up, just because we can now. Put this little washer back on, put this nut back on. Now obviously there's still some play in that hole, hence why we're putting the washer and the nut back on, because even there's like a degree of timing advance in that hole, that can still mess you up on a race engine. On a street engine, it's probably not going to matter too much. You might notice a little hiccup here and there, so you know, just going to do it right. Get that tightened back down. There we go. Now it's tightened back down. That's the advance is locked out. So we're going to go ahead and put this, put these two roll pins back in quick, and we'll be back. Okay, YouTube, so we have this locked out. All the stuff you took off the top, that's, keep it for if you ever want to use it for another application or something. That's useless. So we're just going to put the whole thing back together, basically the reverse of how we took it apart. Yes, there's a keyway. Typical MSD, everything has some sort of keyway to idiot-proof things, so that's good. So this plastic piece is only going to go on one way. It should. Goes on two ways. One of them don't line up at all. Hence why the screw didn't go in. Guess they have two adapters on these to go to different caps or something. Ford distributors are a little weird. I've always been told. I haven't really worked with any other distributors. Always been Ford. So that being said, not surprised. So once we have that down, we can go ahead and tighten this down. One there, decently tight. Again, they're little machine screws into plastic, inserts in plastic, because MSD does make a high quality piece, so you don't want to get too worried about that. Now, after we have those tightened down, we put our cap back on. The cap screws go into the threaded holes there. Don't need any of that other stuff, remember that. That's just exists now. It's just happy being what it is. So, hopefully I got that right. It feels like it. Let's see about this one. I think this is quite right. That should be right about there. That's not right. Alright. Well, might be a little harder to line up, but you want to put your cap on, like I just said. Come on. Well, YouTube, you put those on for the cap, for the rotor. You put those on for the rotor, and then put your cap back on. That's only going to go one way. You're going to probably have to do the rotor off camera just because of logistics and all. And click those in. There you go. Done. That simple, that easy. So, that's how you lock out the mechanical advance on an MSD Pro Billet distributor for a Ford Windsor. So remember, take that roll pin out, not that one. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Peterson Auto.